Commander Bakshi ji is with us, sir. Good morning to you. None of these threats could be taken lightly, sir. Multiple mid-air bomb scare, all of them have turned out to be hoax, but they cannot be taken lightly too.
Certainly, ma'am. You cannot take them lightly, as I had mentioned yesterday. And I've been always reiterating that this has got international political connection and move to let the country down, India down. There are various reasons which are all interrelated, including religious radicalism, including countries not liking India getting into their business world, outsmarting them. So many other things are there, and country, that is the main aim, and nothing is better than carrying it out like this. And that's how they're actually producing a terror-like atmosphere in the home travel, in the air travel, in train travel. You'll be very soon finding hoax calls in the trains also. They have already started. So I personally feel intelligence has to now improve, and we have to make exemplary cases out of it. And we have to decide as to what should be the punishment. Yesterday I heard somebody said these people should not be allowed to fly for 1 year. That is a joke. It has to be taken very seriously as an anti-national activity. Some countries may even carry out extreme punishment on this. So we have to wake up. We have to now decide what should we do. I personally feel this aspect has to be thought by the National Security Agency, and people have to now decide as to what to do. A white paper has to be written on this, and that is what we should do now. Very soon, the changes have to be brought in. Intelligence, the way the things are handled, and we should be ready for actually eventualities also, because it's a cry wolf call coming up again and again, but something may happen. We have to bother about that. I personally feel we can do something better if we can, meet, all agencies meet together and decide on a common policy throughout the country as to what should be done, including paramilitary forces and police forces have to be briefed on this, the methods, etc., bomb disposal units, emergency procedures. All these things have to be polished up. Though they are SOPs, but they have to be polished up and practiced.
But Wing Commander Bakshi sir, when it comes to security checks at Indian airports, I mean, that has been one of the most thorough that may have been done in any country as we look upon when it comes to carrying out such checks and security protocols that are followed. Despite that, if we look at these mid-air bomb scares, look at the nuisance that they are turning out to be. Delays, disruptions, money being also lost, people's time that is also being lost. That has repercussions on our other flights as well.
Absolutely right, ma'am. It has serious repercussions, financial repercussions in the day-to-day living, creating terror. These are very serious repercussions. And that is what is the aim of the agencies who are carrying it out. So they are succeeding. Very, very very nicely they are succeeding. They have carried out so many hoax calls. But we have to find out the source. And we should not be shy in carrying out investigation thoroughly, whether it involves politico-religious investigations, whether it is politics to politics investigation, whatever the case may be. These elements are anti-national. Make out a list of anti-national elements and then start ticking them off. That is the way to do things. And not to feel shy of it, and be bold about it and say who is doing it and who is the culprit. I personally feel we are hesitant in this. Our own procedures, it's like we are saving our punches. For what reason? I don't know.
All right. Thank you very much, Wing Commander Bakshi sir, for joining us here on the broadcast with your perspective, whether it's a prank, it's a calculative move, or it's a conspiracy, as sir was pointing out. That remains to be seen, because Nikhil, we are reporting almost on a daily basis, rather now almost on an hourly basis. Within an hour, we are looking at 2 such incidents of mid-air bomb scares that have been reported.
Well, clearly, and the latest one is about the Dubai-Jaipur flight of the Air India Express, which is the IX 169. Although after the thorough inspection, it was provided to us that the entire aircraft is currently safe for the further journey, and all the passengers also disembarked very much safely. And this was 196, which belongs to the Air India Express. The 737 is the aircraft type, and it left from the Dubai airport at around 9:30 p.m. yesterday night and landed at the Jaipur airport around 1:24 a.m. early in the morning. So after the landing, entire inspection took place, which turned out later that the bomb threat which was received, it was another Hawk's call. And this is second for the day. It started with the UK 17, which is one of the international route of the Vistara aircraft. That was also something which was subjected to the similar kind of threat. But if you go by the details overall, since the last few days, over 30 are the threats which have been received to the airlines, different airlines, where not just the passengers goes through the difficulty, but also there is a direct financial cost which is involved if there is any of the flight which is diverted because of the same. There are a couple of the meetings which have already been held inside the Ministry of Civil Aviation, which were chaired by Ram Mohan Naidu, but it appears like that there is a lot more which needs to be done from the side of the ministry and from the side of the
right, because multiple incidents that have already been taken in note on part of the MOCA, or that is the Civil Aviation Ministry, and the minister himself. However, such incidents continue to be reported, and latest at least 2 of them as far as these mid-air bomb scares that have been reported. Nitin, thank you very much for joining us with those details. Let's in the meantime